Hello everybody, Amite here and welcome to another episode of Road to Max Damage. I originally had a bit before this, but it was so terrible and I tripped over all of my words, so we're at this point now. I went to the auction house and discovered that there was a superior engraved Golux pendant for 6 bill, so I bought it, and I bought some Cubic Chaos Blades to cube it, and I got this. And I was very enraged, so I bought 5 more Cubic Chaos Blades in hopes of gambling for some profit, basically. So yes, welcome to another episode. This one is about meso making, as if the previous, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 meso episodes were not enough for you guys. It's time to do the same shit over and over again, just to appeal to the masses. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't really do much meso making on Road to Max Damage anymore, just because it's just so... it's so repetitive. I appreciate the fact that it's super popular, that people want to learn how to make meso from me, but my point is, I've already sort of done that. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, 450 mil down the drain. Please give me something good. Holy shit, that's horrible. One more, and that's it. Then I'm out. I can't afford all these cubes. I'm delaying my Sweetwater tattoo to make a bunch of meso. The whole premise of this, by the way, as continued from the previous episode, is to make enough meso for that Tyrant boot from the assumed scammer. So far, he has offered me some pretty fair trades. He's asking, you know, no booms plus meso so that we don't even do multiple trades. And so the only thing I'm really worried about is if those items were actually stolen and then it gets tracked over to me and then I get, you know, banned or the item gets removed and all of that, and that makes me super paranoid. And I don't like that. As of right now, I actually haven't heard back from the GM yet, so that's why I'm still having the seller on hold. I'm just trying to stall as long as possible for the ticket and for all this meso. And I will see you guys in 3 minutes. Wish me luck. As long as I get 2 lines of something, I will be so happy. Gosh darn it. While we wait for the cooldown, actually, here's something all of you guys can do. Mainly because I'm infuriated by the market about this. Apparently, if you spell trace this stuff and get it a 10-star, oh, something sold. Oh, please don't let it be the Crystal Ventus badge. I don't want the reality where Crystal Ventus badges are worth 70 mil. It's great for me, but ridiculous for new players. Back to this point, though. Apparently you can net quite a nice amount of mesos just by 10-starring these things. I've gotten away with... it really depends. I think a fair price is somewhere around 30 to 50 mil. But there's people in the market that get away with selling them for 100 mil, 70 mil. Sometimes I even saw 200 mil. And I'm just thinking, this is such a dishonest way of making meso. But I mean, if it works, and I'm in desperate need for any meso I can get my hands on, so I just invested 7 bill and more into this pendant in hopes of getting something in return. If I don't get my 2 lines right now, then I will have to resort to just using Maestro Cubes I get from bossing to reduce my cost and keep my profit up there. Oh, that's something I can teach you guys in this meso episode. Make sure you calculate your costs when you do certain things, such as enhancing things, perfecting things, and all that stuff. Because if something's worth a certain amount of mesos, and it costs you more than what it's worth, you're not really making profit, you're just completing something for the sake of completing it and also losing money for it. Because let's be honest, no one's gonna buy that unperfected item unless it's super cheap, right? And that's one of the things you have to understand, is that people do want the perfected stuff. People do want the quality stuff. The unique warrior pants that I had before, I recubed it with all of my Master Craftsman's cubes I got from bossing, and now it's 12% strength. And I can sell this back for a pretty nice amount. But let's see if we can get this pendant to join the family of things to sell from Amite that are top quality. Let's go! Oh. Percent HP. That's actually not the worst thing in the world, but when I asked for 2 lines, I should have specified, just like the tattoo. Flashbacks. But this will be pretty decent. I think I can sell it for like more than max, so pretty decent profit already. 7 bill to 12 maybe. That's 5 bill profit with 7 bill of shenanigans. Oh my goodness, it was the Crystal Ventus badge. Well guys, it's guaranteed now. Every day I can make at least 70 mil just from Magnus. And then when I do my weeklies, that's 140 mil at least from Magnus. Well, the other thing that I could start doing actually is I can start redeeming my Piece of Destructions in the event that I ever need a bunch of money. I never really redeemed them much because I just have so many other things to sell that I've been caught up doing that instead. But I want to see, how much is a Fafnir chain? 750 mil. 770 mil. These won't get sold, that's a bit too high. But then this is a very good Fafnir chain with a Cygnus Soul and 6% attack. So maybe I can get away with selling it for 400 mil? Oh, that's the other thing. Since there's an auction house and there's a free market, I have to check both places for prices of things, which makes my time to set up shop actually a little bit longer. But at least it guarantees me, oh, 349 actually. I feel like there's this certain group of people in MapleStory that don't even bother checking FM. I want to see if I can get away with it. So let's redeem, say, 2 Fafnir chains. So 1, 2, and this is basically my backup plan, essentially, if I ever need a good amount of mesos quickly. Imagine if it was like a safe bank, or a reserve, if you will. And if I ever desperately need meso all of a sudden, I just go in there and just redeem some stuff, and then I immediately get my money, just because the nature of CRA and stuff gets sold really quickly. Let's potential these as well, just to be nice. The potential scrolls aren't being nice to me though. Okay, let's put them in auction house for 400 mil and see if my theory is right that not many people will check FM and auction house. So put you up here, 400 mil, 400 mil. And just like that, redeeming 2 of these at worst is probably going to net me 680 mil, just like that. But I want to be a bit greedy and see if I can do a bit more. Either way, I win because it's just free profit out of nowhere. I think I've explained this before, but there are 2 types of people when it comes to making meso. Those that like to merch, where they spend money to gain profit back. And then there's me, who likes to make meso from nothing. So I'm the type to go out and hunt down bosses, hunt down monsters to get items, and then maybe I will throw a bit of scrolling on my own stuff or just sell it clean. That way, even if I have to undercut people, or if I have to sell it for lower prices, I'm still getting 100% profit. Whereas if I'm merching, I risk losing money, and I would rather be more stable in events like this where I have to make a certain amount of money within a certain time. And the other thing is, for newer players, if you're watching this, first of all, welcome to MapleStory, hope you enjoy your stay. But this is for the new players out there. Don't be afraid to sell as many things as possible, even if they're not worth anything. Because when you start selling just everything, it starts to accumulate into a nice amount of meso. Don't believe me? I was actually training all my Legion mules from those previous episodes, and they each have managed to get more than 50 mil worth of meso and items combined each. So if someone as lazy as me with mules can make 50 mil just from, I don't know, training, I suppose, for the most part. Most of the prizes were mainly from Polo and Frito portals and just picking up mesos with the free pet that Nexon gave out and all that. And yeah, it was pretty easy. Well, my friend says that he has a Meister Cube that he can use on my pendant. And, well, might as well. Thank you, Danny, for the generosity. Hopefully it will bring up some good luck. But I anticipate that I will get junk lines, of course. Ooh, that is pretty junk. Looks like we're gonna have to spend a bit more time working on it, unfortunately. I just feel so pressured with time to make this 35 bill because I don't want anyone else to get those tyrants. And for those who are just joining with this episode, I will just quickly pull up the tyrants as well. This is the pair of boots I want to buy. The auto-win is 70 bill. There's two issues. The seller is supposed to be a scammer. Secondly, I don't have the money right now, and I don't want anyone else to have this pair of boots. So I'm fighting against the time that is this guy's patience and other people who may want this. But since everyone seems to know that this guy's sort of a scammer, maybe I will have a chance. The other thing I can teach again is how to search up items in the free market and using the prices you see and all the information you get from Owling to set up your prices. I want to find an Absolab nightclub, so let's search that up. There's not an item, so I get to dictate the price. I will choose 900 mil, and I'm going to write this down on a notepad file, just so that I keep myself organized. I have all of these boss Star Forced items, and let's see if there's any in the FM. None. So I get to dictate the price again. Let's, because I'm strapped and I want money as quick as possible, let's say 40 mil each. This, on the other hand, is scrolled very nicely and has a pretty nice B pot. So I will increase that price by a little bit more, and I will also search up the item itself to determine what. There is no way anyone is buying that. So 150 mil. Okay, wrote that down. Stormcaster gloves, I have some in my inventory. Perfect. Now this is what I was looking for. Take the price of this and then lower it down so that you undercut the guy. For the more obscure items, such as unique warrior pants and all, I don't really have any other items to use for reference, so let's just say 4 bill for my 12% strength clean warrior pants. 5-star mage cape, 3 bill. I have one. I have one that's epic with 6% as well. This is something I would have to go to the auction house to check for. Tyrant Hermes. Oh, these are getting sold for... Oh, jeez. Oh, wait, no, hold on. This is scrolled terribly. This is also scrolled very terribly. What's the next best thing? 1 bill. Okay, so I can put the capes up for 1 bill each. 2.9 bill for the 5-star rare, and then 2.9 for the 5-star rare, and 3.4 5 for the epic one. So let me write all of that down. Okay. Random things like this boot, though, you can't really owl things like that, and you have to rely on experience and just information you know beforehand. And I know that this being a Xenon, which isn't too popular, and having 12% strength, it really depends. This is a very difficult item to price because it just, like I said earlier, I don't know if I want to sell it immediately and very quickly, or if I want to, say, make a nice amount of money from it. With all of the items I owled and looked up in the auction house, I now am going to set up my shop. I usually follow a format where I would list Permanex first or the most expensive stuff first and work my way down to the cheapest. That way, the people who want the really cheap things, they have to scroll down and look at all of the expensive things and make them marvel at the items and go like, should I consider buying that item? I hardly think it actually happens, but it's nice to imagine that. So, okay, I'm gonna open the shop. Typically, I like to set up my shop once I'm done all my dailies and stuff, and before I go to bed, so that way I just leave the computer on overnight. Probably wastes a lot of electricity, so I try and turn down my computer to the lowest settings possible to not use as much. But this is my shop for the night. I didn't really follow my own formatting because halfway through I realized I didn't put up my Sweetwater shoes, so I just said, screw it, I'll just put them in a random order. So all that's left to do is just, you know, wait a bit and come back to check up on the shop and see if I sold anything. Okay, let's see what I netted. A total of 1.8 bill. I managed to sell one of the Perm NX items. I did sell the boots. It is a pretty good boot, let's be honest. I just wanted it gone. So that's basically what I was trying to explain. If you want it gone quicker, if you want it sold quicker, just put it for cheaper. I mean, it's sort of intuitive. I don't know why I have to explain it. Finally managed to sell the Int Blossom Ring, and I sold the rest of these, so that's alright. None of the big items though, so I will have to try again next time. Let's see what the auction house has to say though. Or that can happen too. Well, now that I'm back, I actually want to go show what I was considering to purchase. Well, I am going to purchase it. It is a very cheap thing. Where is it though? This is the pendant I'm looking to get, but I think he misunderstood, and I misunderstood as well, because apparently he put my offer for the Frost Staff instead of the pendant, so I'm gonna have to talk to him. He's a guildie of mine, so I will get that sorted out. Alright, let's see what Auction House has to say. Alright, we sold the 2 Fafnir chains. Fantastic. My invincible Chaos Pink Bean suit has not been sold. I thought people who do Oz would have wanted it. And my Dragon Tail Ilium weapons have not sold either. That's a little bit frustrating, but Ilium's not even out yet, so maybe I can just hold on to them and wait for that. Alright, well this is nice. 2 bills starting off. How many Messels am I looking for? I just wanted to check my Messel meal for a second. Okay, so he does have max Messels, so that would mean I have 30 bill on meals and 2 bill on my main, so I have 32 bill. And I have 5 no booms. If I price them at 3 bill each, that's 15. 35 plus 15 is 50, so I need to make 20 bill. That's doable. I think I can actually do it. If I get lucky with the pendant and with the Sweetwater tattoo. Oh, wait, no, I can't do the tattoo. Okay, well, if I get lucky with the pendant, I can resell it for some nice profit. Then I just have to do a couple extra things and dojos around the corner, so I can make half of max. I can make like 5-ish bill from that. You see, This is the type of stuff I think, and now I'm just relaying it out loud. When you just think it through like that, you just end up being so much more effective with making money. And I've said this over and over and over again. Yes, I can teach you exactly how I make money, but is it going to teach you how to innovate your own ideas and figure out your own way of making money and what's the most effective way for you? No. And that's why I'm very hesitant to show exactly what to do. Hello, this is my edgy Night Lord. You can tell he's edgy because of the IGN. Well, for the past while, and it's been a long while, maybe since last year, this guy has been running Golux for the most part, and it's very effective to have Golux mules who farm coins and redeem all the prizes. This is a very good way of making money for anyone starting out. It does require a lot of time if you can't fund your mules. This guy is funded and sponsored by my old friend Simon. Pretty much every equip you see here except for this, and this are his. What's funny is that I traded his old cane for this claw and this secondary, which I find really hilarious because I got a 2-for-1 deal. But I'm hopping back onto this guy because I recalled that he had a considerable amount of Golux coins, and I was right, sitting on 94. And I'm gonna take my chances. I want to see if I get lucky. I'm gonna do Harducks. I want to see if I get lucky and only have to farm Harducks for 1 day. But I just want to get my hands on the reinforced ring, and that will be a considerable amount of money all by itself. Out of all the mules I chose to farm Golux with, I picked my Night Lord for 2 reasons. One, because he was considered for me to be my secondary character, but it's now my neglected secondary character because I don't play on him often. Shade Chest is pretty much eating up all my time. And the second reason is Night Lords beat the shit out of Golux so ridiculously easy. Let's see if I remember how to do this correctly. I believe I have to kill this shoulder. It's been a very long while since I have actually done this with my Night Lord, so hopefully this will be correct. If not, I can just come back again. Alright. So, buff up. Shove this here, put this here, and let us begin. Oh, hold on. There we go. Yep, this still works. This really retarded method still works. If you're a Night Lord and you don't do this, you're missing out on a lot of Golux coins. And for those wondering, yes, you have to kill that particular shoulder, otherwise this trick doesn't work. Actually, what's my Night Lord's stats? 900k with 72% ignore defense, 78 crit rate. How much boss? 215. So these are very suboptimal stats, and I'm pretty much shredding Harducks in no time at all. Alright, here we go. You can also ignore the golems, by the way. And done. That was easy. Okay, let's see what I get. This is also the reason why I'm doing level 200 Legion mules. I've had a couple of people ask me... Okay, hold on. 1 coin. 11 coins, darn it. I got 13 coins today. Oh, I should have done farm runs then, if I really wanted the ring that badly. 3 coins short. Oh, that's so upsetting. I have to wait till reset now. I've had plenty of people ask me why don't I just make level 150 mules for Legion. And aside from wanting the S rank stats from the characters, this is also the other reason, is so that they can also do Golux and net me a bunch of Golux gear as well. I have no intention of starting this Golux farm yet on all my mules, but eventually, soon, when I run out of things to sell, I will get there. Okay, try number 2. Here we go. Reset just happened. Grab the coins. Ooh, I got 13 this time, and I got a reinforced belt, so that's some good money right there. And let's pick up this reinforced ring, and that's an easy, at least 4 bill, I believe. I might even perfect it and make even more money. Not sure yet though. I'll have to decide on that later.